Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Root for a Q video. And my name's Ad, and I'm a brand new commentator, I promise, because this is the day after I posted frame 11, and I've read some of the comments and completely agree. I was not particularly sportsmanlike in my commentary last frame, so I'm going to try and do better with this one, hopefully, and going forward. So a bit of an awkward shot for me there. I had to get up on the table. Not the most flexible human being alive, so that wasn't particularly fun. Didn't manage to get a position on the black because I couldn't really screw back into the pack like I wanted to, or towards the pack anyway. So just the safety here. Well, sort of playing a double, but knowing that basically there's not going to be a half decent pot on for Sai, only a chance of a double himself. Which he's not far off, but similar to me, he sort of just played it so that I was behind the pack, and what I don't want to do is go in off, and I haven't, thankfully, this time, if you remember the last frame. So left side, a chance to tempt at this middle pocket, but not quite. And what's he left me? So yeah, he's left me a chance. Bit of an awkward bridging over the pack here. Again, not the most flexible human being alive, but managed to get that in, and just kind of making sure, knowing that I would at least have a bot colour to go at, but hopefully the blue. So now just thinking about whether it's worth taking the pink on. Since I haven't gone very far, which it is. That's a much more confident pot, but didn't quite get, well, getting position would have been tricky. Obviously, the only one really would have been the middle, the one in the middle near the blue spot, which I would have had to hit quite a lot harder to get that. So I should be able to play a good safety shot here, though. I don't think either of those goes. I think it is close to a plant, which is why I'm looking at those two below the pack, but it's not dead cert, and there's a bit of a gap, so bit more sensible and play the safety shot, running with topspin, trying to get the cue ball up to balk, and yeah, that's a pretty decent result. I think I can just about see the edge of this red though, so, well, probably more than just about see the edge of it. Yeah, plays a safety off it, and if he avoids the balk colours, well, not quite, but left me this tricky long red with not a huge amount to do to get on the black, but I mean, how does that even happen? I mean, I've watched that back a few times, and there was no, like, the cue ball didn't leave the bed of the table. I don't understand how the pocket just rejected it straight up in the air. It's just don't understand the physics behind that, I'm afraid. And please don't write in, because I am a physicist. So safety from side, plays up well to get around the left-hand side of those two reds. Just maybe could have done with hitting a little harder, but still put me in a tricky position, because I kind of felt like I was in a bit of trouble there, because lots of the paths back to balk were blocked. And yeah, quite fortunate that the yellow covered the one brought up the table, but he manages to put that pretty well. And I think he's got a shot at the black, although it's pretty tricky from there. Oh, that's close. It's only a millimetre away, a couple of millimetres maybe. So tricky rest shot for me. Playing it with a bit of safety, trying to get it on the cushion, knowing, well, I mean, there's obviously that red along the cushion, so it's certainly not safe, but trying to leave as tricky a pot as possible. And he gets close to it, but not quite. And he's left me this one to the middle, but the cue ball's pretty much under the cushion, so these are a bit tricky. You tend to roll across the top of them. Didn't cue that too badly though, but not quite. So safety shot from Sai. Knocks the black down towards the reds, which might be helpful in terms of scoring points. But I play that far too thick. Slightly awkward queuing, but yeah, too thick. It's close. Would have had a nice shot on the blue if that had gone in. Again, just a safety for me. Pretty happy with that one from where it was. One of my struggles is playing good safety from when I'm in trouble myself, and I'm pretty happy with that one. That side does a good job back, but it's just put that red over the pocket. But the brown has come to his rescue and snookered me on every ball. But I do manage to hit that. I must admit, I watched that back in edit and I thought I'd hit the pink first, but and it wasn't a call to foul in the room. But watching it back in slow motion, I did hit the red first, thankfully. But I can get through to it this time, and do manage to pot it, hit it pretty well. Would have loved it to come out just another 6 inches to make this black a little easier. And the natural angle is going to take the cue ball away from the reds, so it's probably going to be black. And well, if it goes in and it doesn't, which is a bit of a shame. That was a chance for a decent, well, not a break, but a chance for some points there anyway. Nice thin safety shot from Sai. Not quite behind the brown. Would have been very nice for his point of view. Left me this long red. And considering how the last frame went, at this point in time, I'm pretty happy with how my potting is going, because I was absolutely on the floor in terms of confidence after the last frame. And yeah, just shows that just a new frame makes a bit of difference. So nice blue here. Can I get down for the reds? Well, I made an effort of it, but well, at least I tried. And I've always got the option of a safety off these reds, and hopefully get on the cushion behind the brown and the yellow. But I do catch the brown, which is pretty careless, really, considering. I guess the only good point is its size having to bridge over it, or at least stretch over it. Yeah, that kind of ruined his shot a little bit. So it gives me this chance with the red to the corner. With I didn't think that was the shot to play. I thought the red that was closer was probably the shot to play, and then hold for the pink. But it's easy in hindsight. Now, that's a good pot from Sido, and a nice kiss on the pink. So some decent points possibly here if you can get this pink in and hold for one of the reds, or just run through slightly for the reds. Or actually probably stun back to the red in the same corner. Yeah. So what angles he got here? Can he come off the angle of the corner pocket and back out for pink? He can just about. Not the shot I thought he might play, but he's got the pink into the middle, or long pink maybe if it'll pass the red. Much shorter frame this one as well than the last one, so the editing's slightly lighter. So I've left it like I normally do. I cut out the thinking time most of the time, except when it's a break, and I leave the break in unedited. That's what I've done this time. With the last frame, I even cut out the bits between the break just to try and get it down from the mammoth 48 minutes to the 28 minutes it ended up being. Well, you might not have noticed, but I'm going to tell you anyway that I had a 24-hour break in the commentary just there while I went and played snooker with Sai the next session of this match, and also then didn't get back till late and had to go to bed and then had to do a day's work. So it's now pretty much 24 hours later, actually slightly more than 24 hours later. So we're going to pick up the commentary there. Solid pink for me, but probably could have done a little bit more with the cue ball to make the next shot a bit easier. So having to use the rest. I was pretty much dead straight though, so couldn't really run through, otherwise we were going in off, and going backwards wouldn't have helped either. So this one's close to the pocket though, so it should be okay. I hit it a little harder though, but knowing that, thinking that at least I'd have a baulk colour if I went past the blue, but because I've hit the blue, I'm sort of now in no man's land really. So the question is, what should I do here? Should I try and take on a tricky pot, or should I run for safety? Just thinking it over. Really not sure. Do I take this blue on with a bit of safety in mind, or do I just play safe? No, I actually try and take the green on with no safety in mind, so pretty poor shot choice really. And left side a chance of this red past the pink, but not quite, unless it's going to go in the middle. No, it's not in the middle. So am I playing a safety here? I am playing a safety here, but cannon the green, and cue ball nearly rolled far enough to make this red awkward, but as it is, it's a fairly innocuous shot and nicely round. I don't think the pink passed the red, so I assume we wanted to go a little bit further than that. So just the one for Sai. Got another chance here with this red close to the pocket. Yeah, played that nicely, cued that nicely actually. Pretty little bit too well, if I'm honest. Should have committed to it a little bit more and maybe not gone right the way back to baulk. But I should say, I don't know if I said it in a previous video, but this table we're playing on is probably currently the worst one in the club. It rolls off quite a lot really on slow shots, especially cross table, sort of 45 degrees across the nap. So yeah, it's better to hit it a little firmer. Hopefully that won't be a problem too much longer, because there is talk, and again I might have mentioned it in the previous video, there is talk that all 4 tables will be renovated in July, this month coming, so that'll be good to see. So simple red to start with for me. Building up a reasonable lead here if I can keep the pressure on. So there's the yellow, but very little chance of getting on a red, or do I play safe? Well, confidence is high at the moment, considering how bad the last frame went. So I try to take the pot on, but don't get it, and leave Sai a tricky little shot, but he's managed to get cover from the green with the one over the pocket. So my plan here is to try and play safe, and also, oh no, I could get to it. Sorry, I didn't think I could get to that. But because I was on the cushion, I couldn't cue down very well, so followed it in basically. I didn't actually follow it in because it didn't go in. At least if it had gone in, I would have taken a red off the table for Sai. But as it is, there's still 2 reds left, and Sai puts me back in as both reds are pretty much on the cushion. So pretty happy with that safety shot. I think I've covered the red near the left corner, left cushion, so just the one on the... Oh, you can't. This camera angle's so difficult. Oh, but that's unlucky. So long red for me. Oh, that also rattles a little bit. I get away with it a little bit though, but I did play to leave the white where it was to make the shot as difficult as possible. Now, can I get this red past pink? No, so just a safety shot. Maybe slightly underhit it. Yeah, definitely slightly underhit it. It was the right line, but just could have done with a little bit more power. So I wasn't far off that one. Is this red going to roll towards the corner? When it has, but I mean, it could be a little easier. But these are the kind of pots I need to be getting consistently. But I don't. At least not this time anyway. And it's not going to go in the middle, so is it going to go into a potable position for Sai? Well, certainly not into the middle pocket, but it is to the corner. But it doesn't work out. But he hasn't left it either, so just a safety from me. Could do with getting around the black. That's okay, but I was hoping to miss the black. So where's this cue ball going? Oh, that's okay. Chance here. Overcut it, but better to overcut it than undercut it, I guess, because I probably would have left an easier shot than this if I'd undercut it. But so I gets it in nicely, and that kiss on the black, it doesn't quite roll far enough to get the black in a more potable position. I mean, it's in a more potable position than it was, but not in a very potable position. But he's tempted by it, or at least he's tempted by a safety shot. Maybe he's snookering me. That's maybe what he's looking at. I think he thinks he can roll up to the black. You're probably right. He can roll up to the black, and the brown will snooker me. Which I think is what he's done. So coming off the bottom cushion, it's a good hit, but double kiss has brought it out into an easy opener for Sai, with the black there waiting. So my lead is going to get quite heavily obliterated thanks to that double kiss. But Sai's missed the black, so maybe it's not. Yeah, that's that was not a good shot from Sai, unfortunately, but nearly got past the blue. Yeah, it was a tricky little black, but I'm sure Sai would be the first to say he should have got that. Speaking of what Sai would say is he's agreed to do some joint commentary at some point on some of these frames, so hopefully that'll be entertaining at some point. Not sure it'll be on the next session because I'm going to be putting those up probably while I'm on holiday, which I'm on holiday for the weekend, so I need to get those commentaries recorded. So just a safety from me, but I kind of hit the yellow down towards the corner, but it's thankfully I've overhit it. Thankfully I've underhit it, so it doesn't go all the way down to the corner. So good safety from Sai. Good line on the object ball. Sai does a much better job in these kind of situations. Sai does a much better job of getting the object ball safe, which is something I need to work on. See there, I just concentrate on getting the cue ball back to the table, but don't really think about where the object ball going. In this case, maybe I've snookered him. I did, yeah. So I got lucky there, but really shouldn't be putting the yellow towards the corner pocket. Really, I should be trying to get it on the cushion, and maybe not worrying so much about where the cue ball ends up. That's a bit better. It's more like it. So where's this yellow going to go? Oh, it's gone in a possible position, thankfully. So I'll get this yellow in. Don't do a particularly good job of holding for the green, but 15-point lead now with 25 left. So it's a pretty good position to be in. But obviously the frame's not won yet. So just a safety shot. Didn't fancy taking that green on rather. Well, half of it was right. The cue ball nearly went behind the blue, but the green caught the brown, I think it was, on the way down, so didn't quite get to where I want it to be. But side's left me a little bit of a chance here. Tricky shot, long pot with my hand on the cushion, but it's a possible. But didn't get that one in. Get a little bit lucky with the object ball going on the cushion. It's a good shot from side. Nice action on the cue ball. And is that kiss on the pink snookered me? Maybe not. No. So just a safety shot, but don't quite hit it hard enough. But that's okay because I don't think it's potable. I think the brown's probably covering the pot. Yeah, so just a safety shot. We've played it well. He didn't get close to the pocket so that he didn't leave it over the pocket, nor did he pot it as a fluke, but yeah, I meant to hit that a bit thinner, and as it is, that's the first sort of major safety mistake in this little safety exchange, but that was tricky with the rest. And has he snookered me? He has snookered me. And I've missed. But at least it isn't a free ball. So a bit of a top hat safety from side. And there we have a fluke. Puts his hand up, it's fine. I'm still in the lead, so really, should be winning from here. And this is a chance here. Cut this brown in, come back off the cushion for the blue, and that's basically frame over. But I don't get the brown in. I get the positional shot on the blue though, which is a shame. But that's a nice brown from size. Just maybe been a little bit, not unlucky, but just a little bit careless in terms of snooking himself on the blue. But no, he could get through to it, that's fair enough. And has he snookered me? Again, he puts his hand up, so I think he thinks he's snookered me, but I can get to the blue, I think, just not full ball, obviously. So I'm just trying to get behind the pink again, but not quite. So a chance of a double here for the Sai. But he doesn't play it, actually, he just plays the safety. So just to return a safety from me, but overhit it slightly. I don't think the black is covering. No, it was. So I definitely wasn't playing for the snooker then. So a chance here. Again, not quite frame ball on the blue now, but it's about the shot I wanted in terms of the thinness, but it hit it just a little bit too hard. So I really does hit that one nicely and cuts it in. And now he's got a chance to clinch it. But it doesn't go in. But will it leave me a shot? It does leave me a shot. It's with the rest, probably. Oh no, I can stretch for it. Am I going to get the rest, or am I going to get my mini butt? I think I'm going to get my mini butt. So I need both balls, so I can't just roll up to the top cushion and try and leave the cue ball safer for Mr. Pink. So I've got to try and play a position here. And I get absolutely nowhere near that pot. And not only that, the pink goes pretty much over the middle pocket for Sai. But that was a terrible pink, and it means Sai can clinch this frame and take a 2-frame lead in the series. Yeah, and he finishes off with the black as well. So there we go. That's it from this frame. Look out for the next ones over the next couple of weeks, and I'll see you in the next video.